Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This video is about finding sources for citations in your academic projects, essays, paragraphs, and research. Here we go. Right away, we're going to start with Google. Say if we're looking up for the topic of revolutions we'll work on, and we will type in a revolution. We'll type in the Philippines Revolution. Now notice when I type this into Google, the first thing that pops up in Wikipedia. A lot of professors and teachers will ask you not to use Wikipedia as a citation for an academic type of writing. Now, Wikipedia may be useful for learning. It may be useful for a starting point to find keywords, other people and events to put into search engines to find more information, but then you want to move into academic sources that teachers and professors like, specifically quotations and citations by scientists, experts, professors, universities, academic articles. So for example, Britannica would be considered academic, at least at a level. Also, you could go into peer-edited, peer-reviewed articles through databases, but here you can see on Britannica you can find a citation here, and in particular teachers are going to want you to choose a quote citation by selecting a sentence from an article where you use your brain, your ideas, your thoughts to choose the sentence to connect to a point, an argument that you're trying to make to show something to your reader. What teachers do not want you to do is to put in the same topic and then add the word quote to your search and let the internet select the quote for you, especially on images, to just find a famous quote. So if you find, say, coming up here, Goodreads quotes on Pinterest, these are not example of what teachers are looking for. This is not the way you should be finding your quote. You want to go through the process of choosing your own quote, using your own brain, your own ideas, your own thoughts, your own arguments, your own opinions, and then you want to discuss it. Here we've got a preview of a quote. The Philippine Revolution began in 1896 as a rebellion against brutal Spanish rule. This gives the idea that the Spanish rule is brutal, so that gives a sense of a flavor of opinion. And what teachers are looking for eventually is words that reflect your arguments and opinions, words like should, must, could, and other words that suggest a sense of opinion, and then you want to discuss and explain your quote. So, ways to remember it, acronyms. There's two acronyms I'm going to show you. One is called ICE and one is called PEEL. I'll put them into Google. ICE is an acronym, and maybe I'll put it in here as introduce, cite, explain is the acronym. Introduce, cite, and explain your evidence. So this is a process to use. And the other one I'm going to show you, the other acronym is point, evidence, explain, and link. This is the other acronym. Point, evidence, explain, PEE, and then link is the other one. So you want, the evidence would be where you're going to put your citation. So you want to make a point, which is, this is my point. The US should have done this. The United Nations should have done this. When you're talking about something, you want to think about a point, an opinion that you're trying to make, or should do this in the future, if you're making a recommendation for the future. And you give a quote, a citation, and then you explain it, and you link it and connect it to various things. All right, next. Because you've been watching this video for so long, we're going to give you an example of 21st century learning and how you could use it well and how you could not use it well. This is so new that many schools and universities probably haven't already decided yet exactly how this is going to fit into academic learning and research. But the idea is using robots on the internet to help you get information. Now, using tools to help you learn has been done for a long time, but you don't want to use these tools to plagiarize. You want to use your own ideas in your own writing, and you want to follow the process of your teachers to get sources for your academic writing. The bonus thing we're going to be looking at just before we get there, maybe we'll go back here and we'll go back one link here, and we'll go through here and just go down here to find a couple other sources to show you that what comes up in Google. And I guess one other thing I should show you just before we go to the 21st century thing is we should also show you Google Scholar. Scholarly, oops. Okay, this one has an author, but I'm going to go back, scholarly articles. So I'm adding the word scholarly articles, and now we're getting more scholarly articles through Google Scholar. So you can see how I've switched to Google Scholar to focus on the more academic articles. You can also use the databases. Really fast, I should also show you the databases, I suppose, really fast. Just to remind you, you can go to Surrey Schools 1, Digital Resources. I'm a student. Digital Resources. I'm in your grade, and then you scroll down here and you can find databases. So if you're doing global revolutions, you would want to go Galen Context Global Issues here and go through that to get to that database. Okay, back to the internet of Google. Let's go over to, okay, this is an article from encyclopedia.com, another one. Okay, now we're going to go for the 21st century learning. I'm going to bring over something that did not exist when I was a young student. This is called ChatGPT by Open AI. So, say if you need something written, you're trying to learn about the revolution in the Philippines, you could ask ChatGPT, write 500 words on the Philippine, actually let's be more specific, on the role of the United States in the Philippine, it likes capitals here, Philippine Revolution. Argue that the Philippines, again, I need a capital there, should be independent from foreign powers. Okay, let's see if that works. Just in case it doesn't work, I'm going to copy that here. I put 2 sentences into there. Let's see if this works. The United States played a significant role in the Philippine Revolution, a conflict that lasted from the late 1800s to the early 1900s and involved the struggle of the Philippine people to gain independence from foreign powers, specifically Spain and the United States. The Philippine an island located in the Southeast Asia had been colonized by Spain for more than 300 years and was ceded to the United States territory following the Spanish-American War in 1898. During the Philippine Revolution, a nationalist movement emerged and fought against both the Spanish-American rule. The Philippine Republic, led by President Emilio Aguinaldo, declared independence from Spain in 1898. Now, I can't read that fast, so I'm going to have to skip down to the United States justified its actions by arguing that it was spreading democracy and civilization to the Philippines. However, many critics argue, can't read that fast, I'm skipping down again. The Philippine Revolution and the subsequent American occupation of the Philippines was marked by violence and bloodshed. The Philippine-American War, which lasted from 1899 to 1902, resulted in the deaths of thousands of Philippine soldiers and civilians, as well as 100 American soldiers. The United States also implemented a number of policies that were seen as oppressive and exploitive, including, again, I can't read that fast, so I'm skipping down to, in the present day, the Philippines remains a sovereign nation, but it continues to face challenges related to the relationship with foreign powers. The United States, in particular, maintains a strong presence in the Philippines through its military and economic influence. many Filipinos argue that the country should strive for greater independence and self-reliance, that it should not be beholden to the interests of foreign powers. In conclusion, the United States played a significant role in the Philippine Revolution and the subsequent occupation of the Philippines, while the United States argued that it was spreading democracy and civilization to the Philippines. Many critics argue that its true motives were economic and strategic. The Philippine people have a long history of resistance to foreign rule and continue to fight for independence and self-determination. It is important that the Philippines be allowed to chart its own course and not be beholden to the interests of foreign powers. Excellent. Okay, so you can see what this robot, artificial intelligence, wrote about this online. How do we use this tool in the 21st century learning environment? What is this role of this kind of tool? The answer to this question is yet to be decided, but what is clear is how not to use this tool. And how we should not use this tool is to pass it off for our own work. We should not use this kind of robot artificial intelligence to plagiarize and to create work that we're pretending is our own work. But this could perhaps be a powerful way to learn information, but it's not a way to do traditional research. And so you would need to find traditional academic research sources that your teachers would be looking for to cite in your essays and other academic work. If you have any questions about this kind of a topic, make sure to clarify with your teacher about what they think about using the sources of Wikipedia, Siri, Ask Google, and Chat, Open AI. Thank you very much for your time tuning in to this video. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Happy learning. Giddy up. Let's get ready for some more learning in the next videos.